Today I'm going to be breaking down the top 3 strategies you can use in hard mode to 3-star any base here at Townhall 13. So the first army we are going to be taking a look at needs no introduction. It's Zap Dragons, and this is by far one of the strongest strategies basically from Townhall 8 all the way onwards. It's super strong. Now towards the later Townhalls you might swap those Zap spells for other spells, but honestly, still here at Townhall 13, they do a fantastic job. So let's jump straight into it and we'll break this one down. Now, the lightning spells, pretty self-explanatory. We are going to be using them on the air defenses, and you'll see on this diamond style base, the only thing we really need to worry about is getting something into the core. So we'll look at that in a second, but first things first, we are going to be coming in with those lightning spells, and we're going to be taking down 1, 2, and 3 air defenses. You need 3 lightning spells to take down an air defense. We can of course get a little bit more value here because we can splash onto some of those other buildings. And then what do we do next? Well, we spam. It's simple. It's so simple. We're literally going to spam in all of our troops into the one section. We're going to see 3 dragon riders, a whole load of dragons, lots of balloons, and our eternal tome from that Grand Warden. Very simple. Even though we find a tornado trap early on in this attack, we are still going to be able to push through into the core of the base. We're then going to be using our king and queen on one side. You can see over here a baby dragon just to do a little bit of funneling on the other side. But the main portion of our attack that we need to be careful with is getting our troops into the core of the base. We're going to have a full blimp with balloons. They are going to be raged up. We're going to freeze in the core as well just to make sure they get maximum value, and they completely crush that whole left hand side. Now Royal Champion also going to be coming in here. Little bit of an MVP on this one. She's going to be coming in with that Seeking Shield, which actually is only level 1. Come on Hearth, you need to get that leveled up. But we also have the Rocket Spear as well, that epic equipment, able to do so much down here at these lower town halls. Dragon Riders also crushing through a lot of these defenses, and even though we don't really have any balloons left up to tank that single target Inferno on the back end, it doesn't matter. Look at the amount of troops we still have alive. We still have that Queen's ability as well. This is easy. Honestly, this is one of the strongest strategies here at Townhall 13. As long as you can get that value from that blimp, as long as you can get it to the town hall, you can rage it up, crush through some of those buildings. Not many bases are going to be able to withstand something like this. The next strategy we're going to be taking a look at is a pretty uncommon one that we don't typically tend to see much in the game at all. But back when Hertha was at Townhall 13 and I actually used to live stream him, this is an attack strategy he mastered, and it's really strong. I'm really surprised more people don't use it. So when I asked him to do a Townhall 13 best, top 3 video, he said, can I do this strategy? And I was like, hell yeah. It's really strong, so I'm going to break it down for you guys and hopefully you can have some luck with it as well. So the first thing we're going to want to do with this mass super wizard army is identify where the town hall is and can we get the value from a super wizard blimp. And on this one, yes, we can, because we're going to see the town hall next to an inferno tower, and that already means we're going to be able to get 2 for the price of 1. So we're going to use a lava hound first to tank for that blimp. We're then going to use a blimp with super wizards coming out of it, and their job here is to take care of the town hall. They're also going to be able to take care of some other buildings for us. Now unfortunately on this example they actually walk onto the outside of the base, but that's not the end of the world. They took down the town hall, they took down the inferno tower, and they started off that funnel. And then it's as simple as using those golems, 1 and 2 super wizards then going to be coming in behind, and honestly you're just going to kind of want to do them in a circular shape around this right hand side of the base. The main thing here is we want them to not go into the core. We want them to combine as they push through the base. The Grand Warden's going to be coming in with the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome just to keep those troops alive for as long as possible. But honestly, the main portion of this attack is using all of those golems you have. You have loads and loads of golems in this particular example. You're going to use them to tank not only for the super wizards, but also for your heroes. Unfortunately here we're seeing our queen, she's going a little bit rogue, she's going off into the core, but the golems still right now are tanking for our Grand Warden, for our king, for lots of super wizards, going to be tanking for our royal champion, whose ability is about to go off. Again, we're going to see that rocket spear. It is going to get a massive amount of value with that rocket spear. It's incredibly strong down here at Townhall 13, but look at all of these golems pushing through the back end of this one. They are going to be able to tank for a long time, meaning our troops are just going to crush through the back end of this one. And honestly, it's a bit of a throwback. It feels like a kind of go wipe-ish strategy from back at like Townhall 8, Townhall 9, where you're using those golems to tank for a few other troops and then you just crush through the base. The main thing here is taking down that town hall. Now you can do it with sneaky goblins. On this particular example, it made sense to bring in the super wizard blimp because we were able to take down the single target inferno as well and create a little bit more of a funnel. But if you want to, you can just take down the town hall with the sneaky goblins. The sneaky goblins will take down that town hall as well. Once it's down, you can pretty much do whatever you want. What I would say is use this strategy on a base that the town hall is easily accessible. If it's a centralized town hall base, I would say probably avoid using this strategy because it can be difficult to get that blimp into the core unless you use your Grand Warden's Eternal Tome. And the third and final strategy, again, needs no introduction. It is the ever-present Edrag spam. Edrag spam. Everyone loves to see it. Everyone loves to do it. It is very simple. What we're going to be doing here, we're using a couple of lightning spells to take down an air sweeper. We're then going to just spam in our balloons, spam in our electro dragons, use a really early Eternal Tome ability with a couple of rage spells, and then we just smash through the base. It honestly is pretty much as simple as that. You want to try if you can to get maximum value, and we do try to rage up here to take down this scatter shot, but unfortunately our troops don't quite manage it. The majority of our troops end up going off to this top hand section, and that can be the issue if you don't create enough of a funnel. Hertha potentially was too late in creating that funnel with his king and queen, but MVP coming in again here. We're going to see that royal champion swinging through the back end of this one. Again, the MVP coming in with that rocket spear, taking down the scatter shot and that multi-target inferno in the core. She will end up going down to those balloons, but that is not the end of the world. And you'll see we have a really late blimp coming in from Hertha, but we know this entire top and right hand section are clear of any seeking air mines because our E-Dragons have already flown over it. So Hertha is safe up until about this kind of dead channel point here to get that blimp in, and it looks like, yep, there is going to be a seeking air mine there, but we're still going to be able to get in. We're going to rage up mass balloons and a dragon rider out of the blimp. King's ability going to go off here on the back end. We actually have a free spell we can potentially use as well if we need it. But even though a few things went wrong on this particular example from Hertha, it's still crushed. It is still absolutely crushed. E-Drags are really strong. If you pick the right equipment for your heroes, you'll see King coming in, epic equipment on him, Queen coming in, epic equipment on her. We're seeing Hertha coming in here with the healing tome. You can also swap that out for the rage vial if you want, but there's no point in bringing the rage vial if you are going to be using rage spells for your E-Drags. So unless you're going to be doing something crazy like a scaly donut E-Drag or something like that, you probably can just use the healing tome, and of course that royal champion coming in with the rocket spear. But that is the third and final strategy here at Townhall 13. Hertha thought were his top 3, and if you found any of these helpful and you're going to try them out yourselves, let me know down in the comments down below. If you'd like to see more strategy guides just like these ones, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to us here on the Town Hall as well, and until the next video, I'll see you later.